Shir and a Talmud Chacham and a Mashpia from Breslov from many, many years ago here in the States, and now is the right-hand man of Rav Michael Dorfman in Yerushalayim, and is actively involved in spreading Torah, all over the world through hundreds of shurim that are recorded. Shurim are recorded daily. There are over 100, 200 shurim that are available, accessible to watch. There are people all over the world that are Talmidim of Rabbi Maimon, and then they reveal themselves to him as he travels the world teaching in the United States and in Europe and in Eretz Yisrael. He's involved in spreading, in particular, Torah of Breslov, Likutei Moharan, Likutei Halachas, B'Chohena. But in the broader context of Torah, we have an opportunity, I personally and a Chevra here, an opportunity to learn with Rabbi Maimon on a weekly basis. And from that, we have a tremendous unika and the breadth and depth of Torah, which is tremendous. Rabbi Maimon was selected in the early 90s to be the person in charge of securing in Uman the kloles and establishing it. Now there are 10s, 20, 30, 40,000 Yidden that go there to do tshuva every year. And beyond all of what I say, Mitzvah Shracha B'Fonov, he's just a great guy. And can you hear? And so it's a zchus to have him here in the States, an opportunity for the Olam to cover the Torah of Rav Nosson Maimon.
Unfortunately, you've used up all your time. Brief it.
It's easy to see. Years ago, about almost 30 years ago, I had a sister that lived in Baltimore. So I had an excuse to come several times, but I haven't been here for maybe 20, 25 years. And I came here on Erev Shabbos to spend the Shabbos, and I've seen and heard incredible things. You know, Bechlal throughout the world. You see Kanai Nahara that the Fruma Welt is expanding at an incredibly quick pace everywhere. Lahavdil in Eretz Yisrael, Kanai Nahara. Every day, B'li'ayin hara, as much as we hear tragedies, Kanai Nahara, every day there are brisin and bar mitzvahs and chasanas, Kanai Nahara, Baruch Hashem. And Lahavdil in Chutz La'aretz also, B'li'ayin hara, the frum world is growing in leaps and bounds very, very quickly. And in Yerushalayim, Rakodesh, I'm zeicher to wear a shtraimel on Shabbos, with coming to Chutz La'aretz, and coming to places where Shtraimlach are not as popular as I thought they were, as I see they are. So I felt maybe to keep a low profile. But it's a tremendous chiyus to see Kanai Nahara, what's going on here, Bechlal. Every few blocks another shul and a yeshiva, and then suddenly to see a whole new presence here, Kanai Nahara. A kolle a world being built here, not a new world being built here. That the Eibishter certainly has an incredible nachas ruach from it. And one of my rebbes, Rav Michael Dorfman, was the one who undertook the project of building a shul in Uman. And this is going back 25 years ago. And at that time, he once got up on Chalamoid Sukkot as the Ortzak of Nachman, so that Russia had just fallen, collapsed, no more communism. And the first year, 250 people went to Uman for Rosh Hashanah. And he came back, and on Chalamoid Sukkot, he got up speaking in front of the Olam, and he said that we have to prepare, things are going to grow. There'll be 5,000 people coming. And there were people standing in back of the sukkah that were laughing, they were snickering. They were saying he's 85 years old, obviously he lost it already. 5,000 people, who's he kidding, Recently, I heard some of those people saying that we laughed then and now we're crying. Because if we didn't laugh then, at that time we could have bought the whole city of Uman for $100,000. At that time, you could buy an apartment for $3,000, a two-bedroom apartment for $3,000 in Ukraine. Today, the same apartment is $45,000. So at the time when he undertook the project, so we know that Zmira, singing Zmiras on Shabbos Bechlal is Kodesh Kadoshim, and of all the Zmiros, Melavah Malka is the most choshev, Dover Melech, the Menagin of Klal Yisrael. So this song, Ish Chosid Hoya, he sang it Motzei Shabbos, and he would sing these words, Boirei Oilam Bekinyan Hashleim Zeh Binyan. He had in mind the binyan that he was undertaking, a binyan to build a shul for 5,000. He thought it was 5,000. He didn't know it would be 50,000. So everybody sings at Motzei Shabbos. He started singing it 7 nights a week. He was one of the people that got up for Chatzos every night. And he added this to his avodah of Chatzos, this particular mizmor, begging Hashem for siyata d'shmaya, and he would say, like Elianovi said, that the Eibishter knows l'chvoidecha v'loi l'chvoidi, that I'm not building this for any personal kavod at all. This is only for your kavod. And therefore, Hashem, he had a taina. If it's my kavod, then the Eibishter could say, maybe he doesn't deserve it, maybe this, maybe that. But if somebody's doing something really, really l'shem shamayim, the Eibishter can sich nicht herausdrehen from them. The Eibishter has to help out. So the same Eibishter who helped that binyan should help this binyan here, Mitzvah Shem. That those that are working it should be zeicha, hashlim, zabeh. Hashlim, somebody told me, has 2 taiches. Hashlim means to finish, and hashlim means to pay for it. The Eibishter can't shekeliyah kesef liyazov. The Eibishter can't say inflation, and he can't say the shekel or the dollar or the euro. Allah said the Eibishter can afford it. The Eibishter will help him that all the binyanim here that need to be completed should be completed of Hashem Snoifim. We're starting to talk about Yaakov Avinu and Esav. At Mincha, we learned Vayisroy Tzitzu Apolim, Yaakov and Esav. Since brought that when Esav came to hold Milchama against Yaakov Avinu, he brought Arba Me'es Ish Imoy. So the Sforim bring that what's Arba Me'es Ish? That's the Koyach of Esav. The Koyach of Esav is that's his army. A person will say, why is the Torah? Who cares? The Torah is not a storybook and it's not a history book. We need to know, it makes a difference to us today if you bought 400 people or 500. Why is that in the Torah? If it's not to teach us something. The word Torah is Miloshon Hoira. Every word in the Torah has to have a message for us. So the message for us is, you want to know who Esav is? Esav is Ra'ayin. That's the koyach of Esav. Esav is Ra'ayin. Kina and Sinna and a Shlecht Oib. That's 400. That's the 400 men he brought with him. So my shker Rav Nosson once said, Oib Esav is Ra'ayin, then Yaakov Avinu has to be Toivayin. Where do we see it? The Torah, the Parshas Vayechi is called the Birchas Yaakov. Everybody knows the Ikar of Parshas Vayechi is the Birchas Yaakov that he gave to his children before he left the world. How does it begin? It begins that the Vayechi Yaakov be'eretz Mitzrayim 17 shana, Vayir Yemei Yaakov 147 shonim. That Yaakov Avinu's life was split into 2 pieces. 2 pieces. Boy. So it's my wife from Eretz Yisrael. I just tell her we're in the middle of a Dvar Torah.
The whole thing out.
How much is we're in the middle of a Dvar Torah that we have in Malka?
Send my regards.
I really apologize. I'm quoting your father's on right now as we speak. So Yaakov's life was split into 2 parts. 17 years in Mitzrayim, and a total of 147 years, which means 130 years in Eretz Yisrael. Toiv, Ayin. Toiv is 17. Ayin Yud Nun is 130. So Yaakov Avinu is Toiv Ayin Hu Yevoirach. Toiv Ayin has the bracha, Erz Gebench, And he's the one who's roy to give a bracha. That's why the parsha begins with those words, because this is the one who's going to be giving the bracha to Klal Yisrael. The Yud Bei Shvatim is the Yesod of Klal Yisrael. He's going to be he's going to be the one to give the bracha. What are his credentials? What's his koyach? His koyach is that he's a toivayin. And a toivayin has the koyach to give a bracha. We're sitting here enjoying toivayin. That the descendants of Yaakov Avinu are zechet, that it's in their nature to have this toivayin. That a Yid enjoys giving, a Yid wants to give, and a Yid wants to accomplish, he wants to do good things. The Eibush does a helfen. That all the brachas that are roy for a toivayin should be shoyre here. That the Eibush should have an achas ruach from everything going on here, every word of Torah, every word of tefillah, every mitzvah, every balata, as we say in Eretz Yisrael. Every crumb should be an achas ruach, and we believe b'emunah shleima that this is being in Beis Hamikdash. The Gemara says va'ei lahem lemikdash ma'at, that today we don't have a Beis Hamikdash. Every shul, every mokum Torah, every mokum tefillah is mikdash. It's mikdash. A Yid has to have moira mikdash. A Yid walks into a shul like this, daf mechat mapachar. There's an Aron Kodesh here, there's a Sefer Torah, there's Mesiras Nefesh going into every inch to make this happen. The Eibush will help him that it should be a binyan adayat, a nachas ruach for Hashem, for all the tzaddikim, and we should be zeh have a chelik in good things.
Amen. Amen.